Yeah.
It's not shared. Share the screen.
Yeah. One second. One second.
Okay. Yesterday we completed the Windows Server 2008 installation. So we are going to configure the 2008 server after the installation. What are the things we need to check? That's what we are going to check. Okay. So yesterday we noticed that how to install VMware Workstation. Why we install VMware Workstation? It creates a virtual machine for us to create a server. Okay. So VMware Workstation is a client virtualization tool to create a virtual machine. Okay, virtual hardware. Okay, we did that yesterday and we installed operating system on that particular hardware. Today, after the installation, what are the things we need to check? Okay, because once the server is installed, few basic things we need to cross check and then it will be ready for further installation. Okay, any features or any functions to enable, all those things come across once we done the configuration of the server. What are the things we need to check? First thing we need to check all the drivers are installed or not. Okay, please start VMware Workstation and
Shall I start the server also?
yeah, 2008 R2
Yeah.
start. So what we need to understand is here, once we install a server, we need to identify the first component is we need to identify drivers. All the drivers are installed properly or not. Okay. If all the drivers are installed, one important driver is not installed, we are not going to proceed with the server configuration. That is network. Why we are installing server? To serve the client request. The server is meant for to serve the multiple users access. Okay. If the network is not working, okay, there is no meaning of configuring server. So the first thing what we need to check, the driver network is available or not. What network? The NIC card, network adapter is available on the server or not. Is the driver installed properly or not? That's what we are going to check. To check that, where to go? Okay. Once we log into the server, we need to go to device manager. How to go to the device manager? The device manager is available under server administrators. Okay, server manager. You can go there, or else device manager is available and control panel also. There are different ways to go to the device manager. You know that we need to check the configuration on device manager. If you are not sure how to open device manager, just Google it on respective OS how to open device manager. Okay, close this and open device manager. See here, is the network card is available or not? If any drivers are showing yellow mark, okay. If all drivers are showing without any yellow mark, that in the sense the server is loaded all the necessary drivers for this operating system. What is the drivers actually? Drivers are nothing but It is an interface, better handshake between the hardware and the operating system. We understood that operating system is going to act as an interface between a hardware and the application. That is fine. But operating system to work properly, it has to display the content on your monitor. To do that, the display driver should be installed. If the display driver is not installed, the whatever the image we are going to show view, it is going to be blur or something kind of thing. Okay. Similar way, all drivers are nothing but it is an software, just like a software for the respective hardware component. It could be network, it could be display driver, it could be anything. Okay. So if you find any yellow mark under this particular device manager is nothing but whatever the components are connected to the system, all these components having a proper driver installed or not. By default, certain operating systems provides a default driver. Okay. If it is not able to provide a default driver, we need to download the driver and install respective device. Okay. So to function properly for a better handshake for the operating system. Okay. So first we are identify that network card is there. We need to configure the IP address for this particular network card. Okay. So how to do that? So how to configure network? First, we identified how to open a device manager. Okay. Note down how to open a device manager. Next one, how to configure network card in a server. Okay. There are different ways are available to configure the network. Okay. I'm going to show you one option that we are going to go to control panel. There the network option is available, or else we can go to run command and execute the shortcut for the network configuration. What is the network configuration shortcut? Okay, you can Google it. Go to control panel. Make it small. Under category, drop down category. No, okay.
Which one?
View by category. Small icons.
Yeah.
See here, you can find the network option.
Shall I click on?
Yeah. Network and sharing. See here, this is one way of go to the network configuration. Okay. There is a shortcut also available. Just Google it. What is a shortcut for network configuration? Okay. In a server administration or Windows. So that it gives a clear understanding. You are going to get explore. Okay. Different ideas. Okay. Now change adapter setting. Click on change adapter setting. This is a network card which it is installed. For example, under device manager, if this network card is not visible or it is showing yellow mark, what happens here? You will not find a network card here. Okay. So as part of the network hardware components, network is one of the hardware components is mandatory required for the server configuration. Without network, there is no meaning of server. Okay. So how to configure? Right click on this network card, go to properties. What is IP address? We have a network card. We discussed on the network concept. What is IP address? What are the classes? Okay. What is RJ45 connector? Okay. All those things we should have a basic understanding. What is a TCP IP address? What is IP address system? 32-bit address system, 64-bit address system. Okay, what are the classes? All those things, concepts discussed in network session. Okay, I think it's a day 3. Okay, go through that video and try to understand the network concepts. If you have any doubt, just ping me in WhatsApp. Okay. So we are going to configure TCP/IP 4. There are two versions of TCP/IP. Okay. IPv4, IPv6. Okay. Properties. See here, it is configured with obtain item IP address automatically. There are two concepts of IP address assignment. One is we call it as a static IP. Other one is dynamic IP. What is a dynamic IP? What is a static IP? For example, open your desktop. All of you, open your desktop. Open command prompt. Srini, open command prompt.
Okay. Here only, no?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is the IP address? How to know IP address configuration? Command is ipconfig. ipconfig. Just enter. This is IP address assigned for this particular system. Okay. That in the sense, is it a static IP or a dynamic IP? How to know that? If you do ipconfig space /all. See here. If you see the details of this IP configuration, there is a concept called DHCP server. DHCP server configuration, DHCP server is there. That in the sense, this particular system is getting IP from a DHCP server. Okay, we'll talk about DHCP server. What is DHCP server in coming sessions? First, what is a static IP? What is a dynamic IP? Where we should use a static IP, where we should use dynamic IP. In an environment, in any enterprise environment, for example, if you connected to office network with your laptop, you are going to get an IP address. Okay, that IP address you is going to get from the DHCP server. But for servers are nothing but it is serving the request multiple users. So basically, as a recommended approach, all servers, whatever the servers you are going to configure, that server should configure with static IP. Static IP in the sense, the IP should be reserved for that particular server. We have to assign an IP address to this particular system. Generally, if DHCP server is not available, we need to assign an IP address to our system. Okay. So what is the IP range here? 192, 168, 222, 128. I'm going to assign this server with one IP address. Okay. Go to IP configuration, network configuration. See here, I'm changing the IP address of the server. Okay, that is the first thing. Use following IP. Mention 192, 168, 122, 10. Subnet mask, gateway. Go back to the command prompt. Go back to the command prompt. What is the gateway? Default gateway it is 2. Okay. 222. Okay. Okay. Come back. Come back IP configuration. 222. Change that IP address to 192.168.222. 222.2. See here. I'm assigning a static IP address for this system. Okay. I'm going to cover detailed IP configuration information while covering the topic of DHCP. First, we need to understand what is the IP address of a. This IP address concept we covered under J3 session, that is networking concepts. By seeing this IP address, you should be in a position to understand what class it belongs to. By seeing 192 at the first octet, I can say that this IP address belongs to class C IP address system. Okay, so these are the basic understandings. This is not a comes under network concept, network engineering, okay, network administrator. This network concept, whoever working on a server administration should know that a basic concepts of network administration. That is, what are the classes are available, what is IP address system. By seeing the IP address, what we need to understand, what is a subnet mask, what is a gateway. We should understand all these concepts, basic concepts. Okay, click OK. So we assigned a static IP for this system, for this particular server. Is it working or not? How to test the command? Open command prompt, ping, P-I-N-G, ping, space 192, 168, 222. What IP address we assigned? It is a 10. Okay, give 10. So we are getting a ping response. We understand 3 commands here. While configuring the network, we notice that we use 3 commands. What are the 3 commands? ipconfig, ipconfig space /all, and ping command. These are the basic commands to get an information of what is my IP address. You can give a try these commands on your desktop systems, on your laptops. Okay, you have to practice. Okay, for freshers I'm talking about, who are coming as a freshers, they have to do this. Okay, next, come back to your desktop. Leave this VMware workstation, come back to your desktop. We should be able to ping this particular IP address from your desktop system. Now we are at console screen. Open command prompt. Okay, first we need to identify what we need to identify. What is my system IP? Is it my dynamic IP or static IP? What is the command? ipconfig /all. Everyone give a try. What is it, a DHCP or static IP? See here, is it DHCP or static IP? In this configuration, if you find a DHCP server, there is a concept DHCP server. Just to highlight the DHCP server. In ipconfig /all, if you find the IP, DHCP server IP, that in the sense you are getting an IP address from a server. What is that server? Where that server will come to later topics. Okay. First, what we are trying to understand here is my IP address is a static or a dynamic IP. This IP is assigned by DHCP, Dynamic Host Control Protocol. This is one of the server to release IP address to my environment clients. Okay. So here it is my dynamic IP. I came to know that I am having an IP address. That is fine. Now I need to establish communication from my desktop to the server. I configure the server with a certain IP address. So I should be enabled to position to ping that server from this particular desktop. Give a try. Go to command prompt, ping space 192, 168, 222, 222. Server IP I'm trying to ping
From the local machine or from the VMware?
from local machine.
222.10.
Yes. See here, I'm not able to communicate. Okay. Here, I need to make sure I should in a position to connect my particular server which I configured. Okay. So come back to the server. I'm not getting ping response. What I did on the server, I configured the IP address, but I'm not able to communicate to this server from outside. What are the things I need to do? 1 second, please. Okay. Now we are not able to ping, but we are able to ping a local system. That is, whatever the IP address we assign, we are able to ping that server. Now we have to configure what are the things we need to check. IP configuration is done. The next thing is that firewall. On this particular server, by default, firewall is enabled. As soon as the firewall is in enable state, we are not in a position to establish communication. Firewall is nothing but it is a port block. What are the ports? We discussed the ports concepts in the networking class, networking session. Okay, try to understand the port. You need to buy hard. Okay, what is firewall? It is going to do. Okay, go to control panel back. Control panel. Okay, change the small icons. You will find a Windows firewall. Open this Windows firewall. See here. Click on advanced settings. Okay. See here. Right click on the top icon. Right click on top one.
This one?
Above one. Windows firewall and advanced properties. See here. We need to, this firewall state is in on condition. We need to make it off. There are three profiles available: domain profile, private, and public. All should be in off state. Make it off. Go to, yes, make it off. Apply. Now come back to your desktop and try to ping. See here. First step, I configured IP address on the server. Second thing, I changed the firewall setting on the server that allows me to communicate as to that particular server. So I'm ready to establish communication from my desktop to the server. Okay, I'm able to get ping response. So next action is enable RDP. RDP in the sense remote desktop. My server is sitting remote location, but I should be able to manage the server by sitting at your desktop. Whatever the server we are connected now, it is a console. Console in the sense, it's just like sitting in front of your system and seeing at monitor. That we call it as a console. Okay, but servers in any enterprise environment, servers you are not going to sit in front of the servers. For that, what we need to do, we have to use certain tools to perform remote administration. Okay, what is this remote administration? By default, Microsoft has a remote desktop protocol, RDP. What is that RDP? You can achieve by RDP to the connect server and do the troubleshooting, manage the server functions. Okay, how to do, how to enable RDP, what command we need to use to connect RDP. Okay, go to command prompt or go to run.
Shall I open it in a VMware or the local machine?
Local machine.
Okay.
Go to run.
Okay.
Type MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Service Client. Microsoft Terminal Service Client is a client tool to establish communication. In your local desktop, any Windows system, you can execute this command MSTSC, Microsoft Terminal Service Client. By executing this, click on OK. This is a remote desktop connection. That in the sense, I'm going to connect a server remotely and manage that server. So what is my server IP? 192.168. 10. Give a hit. Let's see I'm able to connect or not. Generally, whenever you could configure the server, what we did as soon as we completed the installation, we configured the IP address. Once IP address is configured, we enabled firewall. The firewall is done. The next action is configuring remote desktop. Without configuring remote desktop session, you are not in a position to connect the server remotely. Okay, come back to the VMware workstation. Come back to the VMware workstation. Okay, close this firewall. Okay, go to server manager. Top server manager, right click properties, or my computer, right click properties. Here, wait. Here, see, as soon as you click on server manager, there is an option on the left hand side, right hand side, change system properties. As soon as you select server manager, in the window on the right hand side, change system properties. Highlight and then click on OK. Change system properties. You need to click on this change system properties. Okay. Here, click on remote. See here, what is that function? Do not allow connect to this computer. What we need to select here? Allow connections from computers, any version. Second option we need to select. The third one is different function which supports a secured method. Okay. So we are selecting OK, click on OK. So what we did here, we are allowing the server to connect remotely from outside. So allow connections, click on apply. Okay. Come back to that desktop. Minimize this VMware workstation. Again, go to MSTSC. Type IP address, server IP address 192.168.222.10. Connect. See here. So what are the things we did? We assigned IP address. After that, we changed the firewall setting. After that, we enabled remote desktop connection. 3 parameters we changed on the server. Why we need to change? As soon as the server installation is completed, it is our responsibility to configure the server in such a way that we should in a position to access the server remotely. It is not possible to perform the server functions by sitting in front of the server. Okay, so what is the IP address? Is that IP address is pinging or not? Is that RDP is enabled or not? We need to check these 3 components as soon as server is installed. Okay, once that is done, we are able to connect server remotely and then do the rest of the configuration. Okay, give the administrator. Yes. See here, we are able to connect. So this is the way we need to configure the server initially. What are the things we did? First, we connected the server and verified the drivers are installed. What drivers we verified? We verified the network driver. Once the network driver is completed, the next action what we did? We opened the network control panel, network configuration, and assigned an IP address to that particular network card. Okay, static IP and dynamic IP. For servers, it is recommended by option is we have to assign a static IP only. Static IP in the sense we are assigning an IP address manually. Okay. Once IP address is assigned, what class it is, what class it belongs to, what is a subnet mask, what is a gateway, what is a DNS server. All those things we need to configure. Okay. Once the configuration is done, what we did, we tried to establish communication from your system to this particular server. We are not able to do so. What we did, we configured the firewall. It allows me to establish communication to the server from my local system. The next action what we did, we enabled remote desktop configuration. Okay, so that I can connect server remotely without connecting console. RDP is nothing but remote desktop connection. Okay, by using a third-party tool or a vendor tool. Here, what we are using, it is a vendor tool, Microsoft Terminal Service Client. It is going to work on a port number. You need to identify what is the port number for RDP. You have to buy hard. These are the basic port numbers: SMTP, RDP, FTP, HTTP. Okay, all these port numbers, you Google it. I'm not going to say anything. You Google it. What is the basic port numbers for server administration? You should buy hard. Okay. If you are looking for career in system administration, you should understand basic components. Without basic knowledge, it is very difficult to sustain. Okay. Next one is now RDP is there. We are able to connect RDP. Now, what are the additional configurations? What are the server functions we need to do? Once server is done, the next action plan is we need to perform Windows updates. Before enabling any service, we need to perform Windows updates. That's what I told you. We should have an internet connection. Okay. If you install VMware Workstation, by default, it provides an internet connection. Okay. On this particular server. What we need to do, open network configuration, Srini.
Yeah.
Okay, try to do one thing, 1 second. Try to do Windows update, go back, control panel. Where is Windows update? You will find Windows update here. Change the small icons. See Windows update. Before clicking on Windows update, try to open a browser and see are you able to access internet or not. You cannot access internet. I purposefully miss the configuration on the network configuration. What is the importance of DNS server? Without a DNS server, you are not in a position to access internet. Okay, we'll discuss what is a DNS server configuration, what it plays an important role, what is a DHCP server. All those things we'll cover in next topics. Okay, go to the network configuration. Change adapter settings. Right click properties. IP4 properties. Change the DNS server, preferred DNS server 192.168.222.2. Click OK. Now come back to the browser and try to open browser. So this DNS server, whatever the DNS server, it is getting internet access from your desktop system. The VMware Workstation software is going to get internet access from your desktop. If your desktop system is not going to have an internet, we are not in a position to access internet from server as well. Okay. Go to your desktop system, minimize this. ipconfig/r. Space. What is the DNS server here? Find out DNS server. One 192.168.0.1.
8.1.
8.1.
Yes.
Okay. Give this IP address in the server DNS configuration. Open remote desktop. Go to command prompt. NS lookup. NS lookup. What is NS lookup? I'll tell you in DNS class. Okay. Okay, cool. Minimize this. So I'm able to access internet. See what is the place and important role DNS server. Initially, I did not configure the DNS server purposefully. Later, I configured the different IP. Even though it did not work, what it went fine. Whenever I configure the proper DNS server, then only I'm able to access internet. Okay, why it is plays an important role at DNS, we'll discuss in DNS class. Okay, so these are the basic understandings. Okay, now internet is set. Now it's our responsibility to perform Windows update on our server. Go to Windows update. Whatever the tools, whatever the components are available, we have to install all the components and the Windows update. Close all windows. Where we can find Windows update, you can find in control panel and Windows update. Without installing updates, we are not in a position to configure certain functions. So we have to complete Windows update. Whoever installs server operating system on your desktop, make sure you complete the Windows update after the class. Without completing Windows update, we are not in a position to proceed with the next class. Okay. So You have to practice on your hand. Hands-on experience is must. Click on turn on automatic updates. Let it configure, let it download the updates. It will take more time. Let it complete. Yes, Srini will install Windows updates. Okay. Meanwhile, any questions?
Shall I click on install now here?
Yeah. Whatever it is going to come up, you need to keep on, go to Windows Update and check any new updates available and make sure all updates are installed on the server. Okay. Whoever downloading, they can download the ISO image from the Microsoft website, either 2008 R2 or Windows 2012 or Windows 2016. You can create on your own virtual machine and then mount that ISO image and install the server so that you can get a hands-on practice. Without practice, this technology is not going to help you. Try to do practice. Why I'm doing the sessions on your own? Because you have to do on your own. If I'm doing all these sections, you are not in a position to do where I have to go, how to navigate. Okay, how to navigate, where should I go, how to identify. These are the basic understandings in system administration. If you are not able to navigate, not able to go respective configuration, you are nothing in system administration. Okay, please try to understand whatever the options are available, you need to perform the practice. Okay, a good practice gives a good knowledge. You have to Google it. Okay, you need to explore what are the possible ways. For a single solution, there are different ways to understand. Okay, here I'm giving just a basic understanding. It's our responsibility to explore your skills in a different angles, different ways. Any doubts? Once Windows update is completed, tomorrow session, I am going to cover users and importance of local users, importance of Active Directory, AD, domain architecture. Okay, we are going to talk about Active Directory. The next session, tomorrow session, users and Active Directory. How to install Active Directory, what are the users concepts, how to understand users and roles. Okay, all those concepts we'll cover tomorrow.
Srinivas, I have got one error. It says hello.
Yeah.
It says error occurred while checking new updates for your computer.
No problem. Keep on reboot and once reboot and then try again.
Okay. Will they give updates even though there is no support from Windows?
Yeah, default updates available. You can proceed. Whatever the updates are available, you can download. Latest updates are not available.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
If it is not downloading, we'll proceed with the 2012 server or 2016. You already installed 2012, right?
Yeah, I have tried yesterday.
Okay. Try to finish the updates on 2012. Okay.
Okay.
So that if it is not working updates here, we'll proceed working on 2012.
Okay.
Okay.
Yeah.
Any doubts? The session may close in 3 minutes. Any doubts? Any questions?
In the real-time environment, will they disable firewall in the servers generally?
Yes, a firewall service is not going to disable.
Okay.
Firewall concepts are going to make it off because it has to communicate from server. Different ports it is going to access from the different applications. If the firewall is enabled, we need to create a rules on a Windows server, each server. It is a tedious job. So what are the firewall settings? They will do at enterprise level. And for entire enterprise, they will use hardware firewall devices. What are the firewall ports? What are the ports need to block? What application can be accessible? All those things at the firewall device level, they'll do the configuration. But within the environment, they are going to switch off the firewall configuration on each server. They are not going to disable the service in
Okay.
enterprise environment. Okay.
Oh.
Any doubts?
I think everybody is in mute. I think, do we need to enable them? Unmute?
No, no, no. They can unmute. No issues.
Oh, okay.
Try to complete Windows update so that tomorrow we'll discuss about users and Active Directory.
Okay.
Okay?
Yeah.
Okay then.
Yeah.
Take care. Bye.
Okay,
Bye all.
thank you. Bye.